اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان من علق اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم كلا إن الإنسان ليطغى أن رآه استغنى إن إلى ربك الرجعى أرأيت الذي ينهى عبدا إذا صرى أرأيت إن كان على الهدى أو أمر بالتقوى أرأيت إن كذب وتولى ألم يعلم بأن الله يرى كلا لئن لم ينتهي لنسفعا بالناصية ناصية كاذبة خاطئة فليذر نادية سندع الزبانية صدق الله العظيم. صلوات.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والسماء ذات البروج واليوم الموعود وشاهد ومشهود قتل أصحاب الأخدود النار ذات الوقود إذ هم عليها قعود وهم على ما يفعلون بالمؤمنين شهود وما نقموا منهم إلا أن يؤمنوا بالله العزيز الحميد الذي له ملك السماوات والأرض والله على كل شيء شهيد إن الذين فتروا المؤمنين والمؤمنات ثم لم يتوبوا فلهم عذاب جهنم ولهم عذاب الحريق إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات لهم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار ذلك الفوز الكبير إن بطش ربك لشديد إنه هو يبدئ ويعيد وهو الغفور الودود ذو العرش المجيد فعال لما يريد هل أتاك حديث الجنود فرعون وثمود بل الذين كفروا في تكذيب والله من ورائهم محيط بل هو قرآن مجيد في لوح محفوظ. صلوات.
الله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وبه نستعين وهو خير المعين الحمد لله رب العالمين ثم الصلاة والسلام والتحية والإكرام على سيد الأنام شفيع المذنبين وحبيب قلوب الصالحين وطبيب نفوس المؤمنين مولانا وسيدنا أبي القاسم مصطفى محمد اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المظلومين ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين من يومنا إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد, brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. First of all, I would like to congratulate to all of you for this gathering, remembering the birth of Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, our first Imam. So everyone is aware this Imam Ali alayhi salam, he was born 13th of Rajab, which is going to be on Sunday, but we're doing it on Friday now, normal program, we add it up. 13th of Rajab, and he was born when 10 years are 10 years different when Prophet made his prophethood announcement. Or if you look at it with the age year of Amul Fil, if you count it, then Imam Ali alayhi salam was born 30 years after the Amul Fil, and 10 years before the Prophet he made the announcement. So when Prophet he made his announcement for the prophethood, he was 40 years old. Imam Ali alayhi salam is only 10 years old. Imam Ali alayhi salam, when he was born, his mother was pregnant of full 9 months, and she went into the holy Kaaba. And the Kaaba, today all the Muslimin facing towards it, and Kaaba wall was cracked open by the miracle of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We'll come to that point later. Now let's have a look at the history of Kaaba. History of Kaaba. Who built the Kaaba? When it started? It is in narration we found it out in history. Our first ever prophet Adam alayhi salam. Prophet Adam alayhi salam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told him to measure up the Kaaba. Today we can see the square size of the Kaaba was measured by Prophet Adam alayhi salam. And he put the rocks four side, he put the rocks around. And Adam alayhi salam, first ever person in this world, he done the Hajj. He do the tawaf, the same as we do today. This is all guided by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then after the Adam alayhi salam, it's come to time of Prophet Ibrahim. And the Prophet Ibrahim is as famous as second Adam. Prophet Ibrahim, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered him to build Kaaba. To build the Kaaba. And not only himself, Allah waited for him for a long time. Then when he was old, 90 years old, then he was blessed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, a son called Ismail. Later he is another prophet of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Prophet Ibrahim and Prophet Ismail. Both of them, when Ismail grew up, young man, able to help his father, then Allah told them to build Kaaba. So 4 wall, they raised up the wall of Kaaba. And now we go to the Hajj, we can see there is a place called Maqam Ibrahim, where the footprint of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, until today we can find it. He used to stand on that stone when his son adjusting the rocks, and he was guiding and indicating what his son needs to fix up, giving the instruction that time. So Allah made that stone to be softened. The rock, very hard rock, become a soft like wax. His foot went inside, quite deep, like deep, that much. Then the stone become hardened again by the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that is now, today we call Maqam Ibrahim. Allah planned it for this house from the day one, from the Adam alayhi salam time. Then when the Prophet Ibrahim time comes, then Allah ordered to build complete Baytullah. Then Allah said, in this house, you have to do the Hajj. Brothers and sisters, this Baytullah, since Adam, every prophet, they've done the Hajj on this. Everyone. Even though there is no wall raised up, only the marking. Then at Ibrahim alayhi salam time, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered him to build up this house. The house was built, and people, they keep on putting their statues, idols, to worship all these useless, made from the stone and a wooden statues inside the Kaaba and around the Kaaba. You will find it in the narration that every day one God, 365 days, 365 gods, inside the Kaaba and outside the Kaaba, everywhere. And the people come and worship to all these, and they do have their own different way of Hajj as well. They do the tawaf, but their tawaf is not like we recite the dua and walk around with the dignity and respect. Their walk around the Kaaba is with the music and dance and all these things, all muharamat. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sending the prophets one by one patiently. Then, when the right time has come, our Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam was born inside the Kaaba, among the statues, between the statues. And there is a Kaaba built, there is a gate, there is a door. They have a lock. They can open up. Today you can see the golden door, and they write it down, the Malik of Saud. Their name was written. The people, they kissed that. They see the Arabic scripture, they thought it's a Quran or anything. It's not. These shayateen, their name, they write it down on the golden gate. They say this gate is donated by this king or this Malik. From those days, there is a door, wooden door, and it was locked. Mother of Imam Ali alayhi salam, she went in from the back of the Kaaba. Where the door? Behind the Kaaba, the other side of the Kaaba, on the corner. Today you will see it cracking line, and the people, they try to cover up, whatever they do, the line still reappear. This is a miracle of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And say the Fatima bint Asad, mother of Imam Ali alayhi salam, her name is Fatima as well. She went, before she get inside the holy Kaaba, she hold that cloth on top of the Kaaba, she hold in the right hand, and she said, "Oh Allah, oh Lord, I believe in you. And I believe all the prophet you sent down to earth. And I believe the one who built this house, Prophet Ibrahim." And she said, "I believe all the books you sent down to your prophets. And I believe the little child in my stomach, and he is a gift from you and a sign of you. Make the birth easy for me." As soon as she finished the dua, the walls start to crack open. And those who were there, they don't believe in Islam. They were shocked. They run up to see the noise. When the wall crack, the noise come. And they saw Fatima bint Asad calmly walk into the Kaaba. As soon as she's arrived, the wall closed back again. Can you imagine that? Whoever been to the Hajj, you saw this big block of the rocks. How possible to open and how possible to close back? Like we have this, like an automatic door, electrical power, we use it. Electric power, we use it, and when you stand up in front of the door, the sensor pick you up. Because of your sensor, the sensor sense it, then automatically go. And this movement, let's say this two door, when it's moved open, and the other side will go to hide it into the wall, isn't it? Both sides of the wall. But in Kaaba, there is no other wall. In the middle of nowhere, big wall, and that crack open, and the corner of the other side of the wall, it doesn't go through anywhere. When I was standing then in the Kaaba, in front of that cracking line, I was starting to think how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala possibly is moved. And it's amazing. On the corner is a line. You know, the wall like this. When it's open from this side to that side, the wall open, the opening wall should go out. And at the other side of the wall connected, it has to be damaged. But it's nothing happened. So in the middle, only that part shrink back and come back to the normal position. She went in. She stayed there for 3 days inside the Kaaba. People around, they run around trying to get her out. They can't open up the crack line, so they go to the door to open up. The one who has a key, they bring him to open up the gate. The key, the same key, he is the only one holding the one key. He could not open the lock. Then they give up. They say, it must be from Allah, something happening. All these history, if you look at it, started from the Adam time till the Prophet Muhammad. And those days, Kaaba was not the Qibla. Kaaba, it wasn't facing towards that and to pray. No. Until that time, the last Kaaba was Bayt al-Maqdis in Palestine. Bayt al-Maqdis. Even the Prophet, he prayed to the Bayt al-Maqdis. He faced to the Bayt al-Maqdis. All the prophets before him, they all faced to their own direction of the Kaaba. Musa alayhi salam time, Allah ordered them, you pray in your home is your Qibla. There is no direction for anything else. But when its Kaaba was built, slowly, some people they pray, some people they come to do the tawaf. Even the kuffar, they face to Kaaba before the Islam. They pray to face into the Kaaba to their statue. To their statue. Subhanallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He put something in their head. You believe other than me all these statues? Okay, put in my house so that you at least face to my house. And they all face to the house. And they do the tawaf of the Kaaba. All these things happen. Then at the end, after birth of the Imam Ali alayhi salam, when he grew up, then when he was 10 years old, then Prophet sallallahu alayhi salam, he made announcement of his prophethood. Then he started preaching about Islam. He started preaching about Islam. Then he migrated from Mecca to Medina when he was 53 years old. Prophet was 53 years old. That time, he went to Medina and he settled down. When he settled down in Medina, when he arrived to Medina, that's where he changed the direction of the Kaaba by the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Today we can see that in history, the masjid in there, Masjid Qiblatain. 2 Qibla there. Before he used to face to the Bayt al-Maqdis. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, during the salat, Allah ordered him to change the direction other way around. To Mecca, towards the Kaaba. So, what we see here? We see here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He wants to guide the whole human being to find out the true guidance after the prophethood finished. Who will be the guide for all of us? And it's take thousands of years, decades. Then, after these long period, very long period, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered the Prophet Muhammad to face the Kaaba and change the Qibla. And from that day until now, all the Muslimin face into the Kaaba. Yes, we respect the first Kaaba, Bayt al-Maqdis, that's fine. But are we allowed to face to the Bayt al-Maqdis and pray today? No, it's haram, forbidden. So, all these things, step by step, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala well planned to guide the mankind who is true guidance after the prophethood finished. And we know where we have to face. We have to face to our Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. So this is the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala planned it. Now, we are celebrating, boys and girls and ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. We all love our Imam. Imam Ali alayhi salam, we love him. Why do we love him? Do we see him before? No, we don't see him. Why do we love him? I don't think this young boys and young girls, they can understand the love of Imam Ali alayhi salam. But the older than this generation, some of us, we know, because we learned how Imam Ali alayhi salam did towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how he obeyed to Allah, and how he helped to the community, how he guided the mankind. All these things combined, it's make us to love him. And his sacrifice for Islam, for religion, and how he lived for himself and how he looked after for others. All these facts make us to love him. About knowing about Imam Ali alayhi salam. So what I want to pass a message today here, in the birth of Imam Ali alayhi salam, a lot of people, a lot of Muslims, they love Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam, they celebrate the birth of Prophet and Imams, and how they celebrate. A lot of people, they comparing with their own children or own family members' celebration birthday. Imagination, they use their own imagination. They bring the cake, write the words on the cake, Happy birthday Imam Hussein, Happy birthday Imam Ali, and they cut the cake and they eat it. Some people, they do it. Some people, they do the happy birthday for our A'imma Tahirin alayhimus salam. They turn on the music, they make very happy. It is right way to do. Brothers and sisters, that's why those who are opposition of us, opposition of the Imams, what they say, they all doing the kufr, they all doing the shirk. Brothers and sisters, we are supposed to do in the right way, not on the wrong way. And enemy of us, enemy of Ahlul Bayt, we given the chance to talk against of us. In a real life, how we supposed to celebrate of the birth of the Imam Ali alayhi salam? Why we are so happy about the birth of Imam? Because he came down to us to guide us, to help us, to teach us right path. So that's why he was guiding us towards heaven, towards a Jannah, not towards a Nar. This is a reason we happy. That's why we celebrate the birth of Imam. What we do, we sit down and talk about the Imam, how he was born, what he did, his history, biography. We should learn it, we talk about it. And that make real sense of the happiness. Not only, not for the people, those who sing a song and play the music and dance, whatever dance you do. A lot of people, they give me, oh, I do the Arabic traditional dance. What is it called? Dabke. It's all right. In the name of Imam. Who told you that it's all right? A lot of people, they do that. And they play music. They enjoy. Now, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, can you imagine that Allah take the so long time from the Adam to the Prophet Muhammad, and step by step he make the mankind brain to accept his guidance, ages. Then Allah make the true guideline for all of us, so we can see the true meaning of Kaaba, how Allah make the order to build the Kaaba, what is the reason behind it. And why only Imam Ali alayhi salam was allowed to be born in there. There is no other. That's why I say the Fatima bint Asad, mother of Imam Ali alayhi salam, when she came out from the Kaaba, she was holding the little baby in her hand, and what did she say? She said, "Oh people, I am blessed one. I am better than Asiya bint Muzahim. who is the wife of Fir'aun, she used to worship to Allah in a place of shirk, in the main place of kufr. Yani Fir'aun, he said himself, he is a god. In his house, this mu'mina hidden her faith and quietly hide from Fir'aun. She prayed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Normally this place, praying to Allah is not wajib because her life is dangerous. Her life is in danger. If he found it out, he will kill her. Asiya, Sayyidah Fatima said, I am better than Asiya. And she said, I am better than Maryam. Sayyidah Maryam bint Imran. I am better. And I am the best of the chosen ladies. Why did she say that? Because she realized it. She is a believer of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. She realized it. Where is the history of the Kaaba started? And how Allah planned all this Kaaba to build. Now, even after building the Kaaba, how many people attack on Kaaba? You know, after the Ashura, Imam Hussein alayhi salam was martyred. And then after that, Yazid ordered to his people to attack on the Kaaba, to burn down the Kaaba. And rebuilt. And not once. In history, you will find it many times. So all these things, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala planned it, very well planned. And until now, till the judgment day, Qiblatul Muslimin will not be changed anymore. This is the final Qibla for all of us. Final direction for all of us. Kaaba is. And in that such a place, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allowed only one. From the first day of the human being was born in this world, till the judgment day, the last person going to be born, no one is allowed, only Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. Even any prophet, 124,000 of the prophet, no one has a permission to get born inside. Allah did not bless this blessing to anyone except for Imam Ali alayhi salam. Salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Brothers and sisters, those parents who has to pick up the kids from the school, you should be picking up by 8 o'clock, inshallah. Okay, so I'm going to stop my lectures today, inshallah, and we will try to learn more about Imam Ali alayhi salam. The more you learn, the more you're going to love with Imam alayhi salam. And you will be more ready to follow Imam Ali alayhi salam. Then Imam Ali alayhi salam call those who follow truly, he will call them, they are my Shia. And that has to be proud of us. That we should be proud of ourselves if we do that. Insha'Allah, we tried our best to follow Imam alayhi salam. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun ala al-mursaleen walhamdulillah.